At number 4, another Big Ten running back on this list, not the last Big Ten running back either, that is Jonah Coleman from Washington. Mentioned him before as well. One of those efficient runners in college football throughout his entire career. He transferred over from Arizona, played 2 years at Arizona, then played last year at Washington. 95.4 career rushing grade, is tied for 5th among all running backs in the country over the last 3 years. No other returning running back is even in the top 15 of that metric as well. Human bowling ball, 5'9", 229 pounds. He has quicker feet than you expect for someone at that size as well. 4.6 yards after contact per attempt since 2023 is 3rd among all running backs in the country. 35% force miss tackle rate over the last 2 years as well is tied for 2nd among Power 4 running backs as well. He's not a great receiver, but he's no slouch receiver either. He has over 500 yards after the catch over the last 2 years. I'm a big fan of Jonah Coleman right now, man. I think he's a really underrated player in college football, and I think he's absolutely one of the best running backs in the country.
Super underrated. If there's one rule I would start out with when you're playing against Jonah Coleman, no arm tackles.
Yeah.
You're not arm tackling this guy. He's a big body. He's every bit of that 229 pounds that you mentioned. And look, the only reason he didn't have bigger traditional, greater production yardage is that Washington was outside the top 100 in run blocking grade. But I'm curious about this situation when you're talking about Jonah Coleman in the backfield now with Damon Williams in as the starter, a really good athlete at 5'11 and 200 pounds, but he can really run the football. Comes in for Will Rogers, who was a very stationary quarterback, playing for the most part last year. I think you've got a dual threat backfield working in here in Washington, out there in Seattle with Coleman as the engine of it, man. I mean, you just talk about power, and if you dive at this guy's legs, you're not bringing him down. No way. I mean, there's just so much power and so much strength in the way he runs, and good vision and quickness, like you mentioned. So I think you're talking about somebody who's been so consistent for the last 3 years, and we have no reason to think he's not going to do it again.
5'9", 230 pounds is wild, and he's just so quick at that size too.
I mean, you think about he's not as short, but you think about guys like Maurice Jones-Drew.
Yeah.
I don't think he's quite as fast, but he's also, Jonah Coleman, you just watch him down, and he runs so darn hard and so darn powerful that you talk about Mekhi Hughes adjusting to the Big Ten. Coleman made a pretty nice adjustment to the Big Ten. He's built for that style of football.
Absolutely. Jonah Coleman, big fan of his game as well. Hey, thanks for watching another episode of the PFF College Football Show. Please make sure you guys subscribe to the channel.
Also, subscribe to PFF Plus at subscribe.pff.com for all of the same data and grades that we use in our show, plus fantasy tools, betting tools, and our mock draft simulator.